The clock feels louder at Barcelona this week. Every tick a reminder that football is not just played on the pitch, but on paperwork, balance sheets, and the fragile arithmetic of squad lists. Behind the theatrics of training drills and pre-season friendlies, a quieter, more urgent drama is playing out. The club needs space, both in the wage bill and on the official roster. And one veteran's departure could be the key that unlocks the coach's plan. Oriol Romeu, a seasoned midfielder whose second spell at the club never quite matched expectations, now finds himself on the brink of a mutual contract termination. A pragmatic split that the club hopes will free up funds and a registration slot so that Flick can fast-track the players he believes will matter most in the opening fixtures. That slot has a name attached to it: Gerard Martín. The young defender has been training with purpose, pushing for minutes and for the official clearance that will move him from youth or reserve status into the first-team pool. Flick has made his intentions clear. Martín is not just a future prospect, but immediate depth. An option on the left and even as cover at left-sided centre-back. And the coaching staff want him available for selection this weekend, if possible. The bureaucracy of registration is invisible to the fan watching highlights, yet it is decisive. A cut of a contract here, a signature there, and suddenly a manager's chessboard changes. To open that space, Barcelona have been negotiating in miniature wars. Deals of nuance rather than headlines. Iñaki Peña, the keeper who for years has been bottled up behind established names, appears likely to accept a brief contractual arrangement. A short renewal specifically designed to allow the club to loan him out without losing him as a free asset. That manoeuvre keeps Barcelona's long-term control over his future, while creating immediate room in the squad ledger. Meanwhile, Hector Fort, the fleet-footed youngster whose talent is obvious, but whose path to minutes at Camp Nou is blocked, has been advised that his best route is to go elsewhere for regular football. A loan with a buyback option or controlled transfer is the sort of careful planning Barca prefer when they want development without burning bridges. These subtle exits are not failures, but strategic sacrifices intended to balance the present and the future. At the same time, the club is juggling new faces, young Rooney Bargi among them, who arrived with promise and expectations. Bargi, signed to bolster attacking options, cannot help on match day until his paperwork clears. The club sees him as part of the immediate mix. But legalities and regulatory timing mean patience is required. Each name waiting to be stamped into official status becomes a hinge. Sign-offs here shift who trains with the first team, who travels to away matches, and who will wear the shirt on match day. For Flick, whose early picks could define the tempo of the season, these administrative nudges are tactical realities. What fans sense as anxiety is really a club performing triage, balancing finances, protecting promising assets, and satisfying a coach who wants options. Deco and the sporting department have been portrayed as racing to complete a list of small but vital operations. Every mutual termination, every loan agreement, every short-term extension is a stitch in a garment that must be finished before the transfer window's hem is sewn shut. For supporters, the drama is immediate. Will Martin make the squad? Will Bargi get his chance? Who returns from loan? Who leaves on loan? And which of these moves will matter when the whistle blows? The answers will shape Flick's available toolbox and could tilt the balance in early La Liga contests. There is also a human beat to all of this. Players like Romeu, who gave years to the profession, often accept pragmatic exits with the same solemnity with which they played. A last service to the club and to their own careers. Young players such as Fort and Martin carry hope and impatience in their luggage, eager for minutes and ready to explode if given the stage. The club's calculus, cash versus potential, squad depth versus immediate need, is a cold one. But it is grounded in the warm, unpredictable reality of matches where talent and timing converge. In the end, the coming days will tell the story. If Romeu's release becomes official, if Peña's paper shuffle allows a loan, if Fort finds a temporary home, and if Martin and Bargi are registered in time, Flick will walk into the next match with a different hand than he would otherwise. These are small moves on transfer spreadsheets to some, but to a coach trying to win, to a youngster chasing a debut, and to a city that measures itself in Blaugrana passions. They are everything. The transfer clock keeps ticking. The decisions made now will echo when the season's noise settles into scorelines and standings.